I'm Margaret in Windsor, and I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in '41 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married a Childers. This is a glossed over picture that was made in '43, I believe, spring. I was brought there in '41 at age 2. This is me. Believe me, they had no cars, and everything was um, like central casting there. This was a horrible place I grew up in, a pigsty. They don't show that. This woman was a psychopath. She killed her twins. They were born out of wedlock, and later, and after I had a car furnished by Larry Flint, Hustler magazine, he'd been shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, while I was doing a medical malpractice book, actually, in Marietta. I lived there, about mind control and programming people to shoot. And later, Mr. Flint flew me out to his home. He's shooting the man that had been programmed to shoot and kill his attorney. Um, Now, this was Annie Carter, Dempsey Carter. And later, when it looked like that's been this whole thing, and I haven't had, I'm not sure I'm not going to die a pauper and locked away or what, because Anastasia is a cousin. She's the same relation to me that she is to Elizabeth. Elizabeth is illegal. Her father, George VI. This is 39, the year I was kidnapped with Roosevelt. He helped take down my father, Edward VIII, who never married Wallace Simpson. Let me say that again, so you see how this is orchestrated and history's been changed. So not just altered, just totally changed in the illegal treaties that were signed after then that allowed NATO, all of it's illegal after then. I didn't sign it. My father was illegally removed, and I am Victoria the Second. There's a seal been put on it, 99-year seal. This is Georgia O'Keeffe, my aunt. My father was married to Claudia O'Keeffe, her sister, baby sister. This is Wallace Simpson, who never married my father. This is an American Spy and really a whore. You should see what they printed about my father. And this is a double that married her. They gave me the name of a twin, both twins, Carl, and they even illegally, that's illegal to change the birth dates because they had the wrong dates of birth because they gave me, and it was on that they were born. So this is the O'Keeffe genealogy. What I wanted, and this is just a picture of me growing up. I just got these. I didn't have these. This is my father, of course, and of course he's illegal. My uncle helped my kidnapping, helped the Jews, the Illuminati, the Bilderbergers, Rothschilds, and Kennedys, the Kennedy clan. The father was ambassador during the time I was kidnapped, and my father was illegally removed. And I just wanted to show this because I've always paid my rent. When I started getting a little bit of money, my jobs were shut down. I've always paid it. That's not the thing, but I've been made to look like, well, you can't even describe it, and I can't even use my own name. And this is an old photograph of me and my sons, Mark and Scott, are heirs after me. Now, in that book about when Larry Flint was shot, I wrote about mind control murders. Larry McDonald was a congressman, MD, from Atlanta Piedmont Hospital, and the plane was shot down August the 31st of '83. The KAL he was on, and all the passengers aboard died. So I was flown out to Flint then. He helped me in the campaign, flown out there twice. This is one of the mind control murders that happened later. This is Mark Kelly, brother to Scott Kelly. Remember, that's my son's name, Mark and Scott. And Gabby Gifford was a Congress lady where I just ran for one, for Congress. They're twins and they're NASA astronauts. And this was a mass murder in Tucson, just like Aurora, Colorado, where he's being treated for mental illness. Mind control has nothing to do with mental illness. And the fact that doctors and psychiatrists have kept quiet on this subject is beyond me. You can Google and you can go back to mind control and you can read about it. Some people have stuck their necks out. By the way, real quick, before I get to what I wanted to, before the video goes off, this is a Fort Hood shooter. He was a psychiatrist. He was born here in Vinton, Roanoke. I moved here in '86, and it's been hell. He finished school next door at Virginia Tech, Blacksburg, and that's where the April the 16th of '07 mass murders happened. There's been a lot of others that happened there. I want to say that Anastasia was a cousin of mine. I said that, and she was murdered. And I had documents that were given me, court documents from Charlottesville. I'm close to Charlottesville, too. And she was murdered by the Blue Ridge Mental Health. Her husband was Manahan, a professor at the University of Virginia, and he did everything he could to stop what they were doing to her, and even he couldn't stop it. So I don't know what will happen to me. I've put on YouTube and I've put on Facebook, the social media, because the law doesn't work for me. I can't get an attorney. I found out about my birth, the British told me. So I have all kinds of family over in Europe, and I don't know the O'Keeffes. I could go into that. I think they did all they could. Georgia had her power of attorney taken away from her, and the family couldn't get to her. So and a lot of them have died under weird circumstances. So anyway, this woman who's illegal, my cousin, has done very well. She's part of the people that helped kidnap me, and her dad helped kidnap me. She's a member of the New World Order. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Illuminati. What I wanted to say on here is I'm being threatened with, because of what I put up on YouTube and Facebook, that they take my power of attorney away from me, lock me up where I couldn't leave, and use a mental health issue on me. So I don't know what's going to happen to me. I want to say this. The people here all know the media, the top media, ABC, CBS has always known at NBC about my kidnapping and who I am before I found out in '83. So they're not going to print any of it. They know about the mind control murders and who's doing it. I want to say that locally, though, what they've done, they know all about it. Channel 10, Channel 7, ABC 13 out of Lynchburg. They celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Irish, and it's coming up, and Roanoke makes a big deal out of that. Really, you should see it. And then they celebrate the 4th of July, and that's the takedown of the British. And I want to say they celebrate that. And by the way, the Irish IRA was the ones that bombed and were financed by the Americans, Britain. So the United States has kidnapped the British monarch and brought me over here and I'm in Roanoke now, and afraid I'm going to get locked up and I don't know what will happen to me. But the Americans celebrate the 4th of July like the Brits did something to them, and they hate the Brits unless the Brits are dying for them in a war. And they have treated me the same way that they have the Brits. They kidnapped me. I was a baby. I've done nothing to these people. The ransom money has come in all my life and financed so much for the Americans and their way of life. But they hate me. It's almost like they hate Great Britain. Celebrate the 4th of July the way they've done me. How dare me? I've even been condemned because I won't salute the American flag. Can you imagine? And this has been done in plain sight in front